Well, good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live right here on the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. My name is Mike Avery, and I am glad to have you along with us. I'm not in the studio tonight. I'm not at a restaurant tonight. Where am I? I am at the marina where I keep my boat. And we're going to take a look at the Angler Qwest. Hello, Martin. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. And it is a beautiful night out here near Saginaw Bay. The bay is just, boy, you could almost hit a golf ball to it if you hit a long driver. You could almost hit the bay from here, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's supposed to be even nicer tomorrow. I will be on the water tomorrow morning. And as soon as we get a few people in a school in New Jersey, Martin, you sure get around, don't you? As soon as we get a few people, hello, Gary, how are you? As soon as we get a few people on board here tonight, I'm going to take you on a tour of the Angler Qwest, this beautiful Michigan-made tri-tune. Hello, Lori, how are you? It is indeed a beautiful night, and it is a beautiful night out here at the marina as we get ready to take a tour of the Angler Qwest. Matt, it is. It's a beautiful night. Good evening, Kurt. How are you tonight? And by the way, next week, we're going to move after Memorial Day. We're going to move the Wednesday Night Lives back to 8 o'clock. We're going to do that for the summertime. We're going to move them back to 8 o'clock because it's 7 o'clock is just too early in the summertime. So we'll run 8 o'clock all through the summer. And after Labor Day, we will switch it back to 7 o'clock. But next week, it'll be Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. And we're getting ready to take a tour of the Angler Qwest, that Michigan-made beautiful boat that you know I love so very much. Sportsman's Quest Outdoors checking in. How are you tonight, Michael? Yay, Jim says. All right, so we're going to get ready to take a tour of the Angler Qwest here. I'm going to walk around, show you. What am I smoking tonight? I'm smoking a cheap Quorum tonight. Those are my fishing cigars, so I got a stash of them on the boat. But they taste pretty good. All right. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera or the phone around. I'm going to get a picture of the boat. We're going to walk down the dock and walk on the boat if I can do it without taking a swim. You're getting only my wife on your wife's account. All right, good to know, Paul. Stu's getting ready to go bear hunting in Quebec with Chevy. I'm getting ready to go bear hunting in Ontario. We're leaving here in just a little bit. Let me turn my phone around here. Okay, there we go. Right. That, my friends, is the Angler Qwest. That is the 824 Pro Troll, the Michigan-made Angler Qwest, made in St. Louis, Michigan. Nick says the Kings are angry on Lake Michigan, and I hear they're getting some big, beautiful fish. So that's the boat. It's 8 feet wide, and it's 24 feet long, and I'm going to walk down the dock, and we're going to take a tour of the Angler Qwest. And I'm not nimble. Never have been, but less nimble these days. So I'm going to be careful and take my time as we step onto the Angler Qwest. And my friends, it is a beautiful, beautiful boat. All right, let's take a round. It would be a good night to fish, but I'm going out tomorrow morning. Again, as I turn this, my name is Mike Avery. I am here on the Angler Qwest for a Wednesday Night Live. I do just about have the marina to myself tonight. Going fishing in the morning, so kind of getting the boat around. I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you the Angler Qwest. It is indeed a beautiful, beautiful rig. Let me turn the phone back around here. Starting from the bow, we've got a 36-volt remote-controlled XI5 trolling motor that is absolutely awesome. Look at these, what do we call them, lounges? Couches? Look at how big these things are. You could put 4 people on one of those if you wanted to. I got one on each side. There, we're going to look at my shadow, so I don't want to do that. And look at the storage that is underneath. Look at all that storage. Oh, there's that hat I've been looking for right there. Okay. In fact, I'm going to switch hats. That's the hat I wanted. That's the better hat. Ah, that's better. Okay. turning back around with the other hat now. That's the one I like. It's a more comfortable hat. Again, we're live on the Angler Qwest. I'm taking you on a tour of the Angler Qwest, Michigan-made Angler Qwest. AnglerQuestPontoons.com. And I think Brad Dupuis of Angler Qwest, the guy who designed the boat, is probably going to... No, it's not your average pontoon, that's for sure. Good news tonight. Again, another thing I want to point out, in these storage areas, you see that foam material down there? That's to keep everything dry. All your gear sets up on that foam. The water can go underneath there, and mandatory on any boat, right? And what do we got here? Some baits. Hey, good old-fashioned hot and tots. All right, this is the console. This new console this year does not have a live well right there. My previous boats have had a live well right there. I actually used it for a cooler anyway, so what we're gonna do is set a cooler there. And look at all the room we've got now with this new design. Look at all this room we've got here to get through here. Here is the Helm Station, the newly designed Helm Station. Lowrance HDS 12. What a unit that is. What's the floor? It's a non-slip rubber material. You can wash it down, and it comes in different colors. This is the color I happen to like. The Helm Station. Everything's so well thought out here. A phone holder, beautiful sound system, storage area, and you see this thing right here? You know what this is? I'll tell you what that is. You might think that that is a chart storage area, but it's not. It's a cigar holder. Don't let anybody kid you. Again, my name is Mike Avery. We do have a washdown. I'll get to that, Nick. We're on the Angler Qwest. This is the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. Hello, Chevy. How are you tonight? You're going bear hunting pretty soon? So am I. We're on a tour of the Angler Qwest. If you have not liked the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page, or in fact, liked the Angler Qwest Facebook page, please do so. Let me show you some more things. Turn the phone around. Storage area. This is a double wall, a binary wall system, by the way. The gunnel is wide. You can put rod holders on here. As you can see, I have a few. You can put downriggers on there. You can store your mini boards in there. More on those. Moving around to the back of the Helm Station, okay? This is what it looks like. A storage area here for my offshore boards. Underneath here is a live well. I want to put these things out here to show you too. I troll with 10-pound Berkley Trilene XT, good old hot and tot, flicker shad, spoons, offshore tadpoles to get the spoons down, and lure lipstick. Look at, do you love that? Do you just love that? Do we call that a rocket launcher? Do we call that a radar arch? Do we just call it impressive? It sure looks good when you're heading out. Also back here, what do we got? Movable storage, rod holders all the way around, drink holder, tool caddy, and on the back, a 200 horse, and it's dirty. I should have washed it, I apologize. A 200 horse Mercury Verado. That thing is sweet, sweet, sweet. Nick, you were asking about a washdown. Here it is, right here. Built-in washdown. Wash the boat down, wash your fish down, wash the slime off. How cool is that? Storage in this thing is absolutely unbelievable. Look at this storage. Storage here, storage here. This is all storage, that's storage. And again, underneath here, I'll show you now, is, these are my favorite baits. Favorite baits. Underneath here, a live well with my boat towel in there, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna walk back up to the front here, turn the phone / camera around, and we're gonna give you a chance to, let's see if I can get the sunshine, give you a chance to ask me some questions as we're sitting here on the Angler Qwest. Let's see if I can find myself some sun. Is that better? A little bit. Anyway, I'm Mike Avery. I'm here on the Angler Qwest, and I'm really having a hard time seeing the comments from here, but Jim from Tennessee coming at you from Panama Beach. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I'm going to have a hard time with your questions, but if I can do this without dumping my phone in the water, let's see if you got any questions here about the Angler Qwest. Paul wants to know if it has a stereo that plays AC/DC. It's got a stereo, very nice stereo, that plays anything you want. How much? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you talk to Brad Dupuy at Angler Qwest, he'll tell you anywhere between $45,000 and $65,000 for a new boat. They're not cheap, but you know what? That's what new boats cost these days. I know it's crazy, but that's what they cost. Looks a little pink. Maybe I'm getting a little sunburn. I'll get some sunburn tomorrow, that's for sure. Hey, don't get dark in your phone. Whoa. Don't turn around. My phone just got really dark. Maybe it's getting too hot out in the sunshine. Let me see if I can get a little bit better. Let me try something here, my friends. Still supposed to be bright. I know how we can get some sun. How's that for some sun? But now I can't see my... Do they make a saltwater version? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, let me show you something else here, too. Underneath the helm, you've got storage for your baits. How cool is that? If you go around to the other side, you've got more storage over here. Got my Vanguard binoculars in there. Got some sunscreen. Got my marine radio that I finally got. All right, do they make a saltwater safe version? They do make for the Gulf of Mexico. I can't specifically say for the Gulf of Mexico, but they do make a saltwater version. Brad Dupuy, who makes this boat, is trying to get them on all water everywhere. Yeah, $45,000 to $65,000. That's a rough price. Now, don't quote me because I'm not a salesman, although I'm promoting Angler Qwest. Obviously, I am not a salesman, and I don't want to be selling an Angler Qwest to you. Well, I do, but I can't do the paperwork. Oh, these offshore boards. These are the OR12 inline planer boards, okay? These are set up with tattle flags. You see the spring on the back? The way they're set up is if a fish holds back here, the flag goes down. Very, very slick. Okay, what happened? There we go. Now I'm playing around, I am experimenting with these. These are the offshore mini planers. Yes, I'm going to be a captain at the Walleye for Warriors event. These are the OR38 mini boards. They've got a light tension yellow release on the front and the heavier standard red tension release on the back. The way you hook these up is you put the line through the front release and the back release. When you get a fish on, it pulls out of the front release, the board swings back and comes in like that. These are very, very stealthy. I like these things a lot. I'm going to run these a lot in this very skinny water that I love so much. When I'm talking, who did I interview today? Let me turn around and talk to you for a second. I interviewed Doug Deming today on the radio show. Doug is a charter captain. Doug is a charter captain. Let's see, I want to get rid of all this stuff right here. Sweep, there we go. Is that wood decking on the boat? It is not wood decking. It is rubber. I don't know if it's truly rubber. It's vinyl, maybe. It looks like wood. It is very easy to clean, and it does not slip when it gets wet. It's a non-slip material. One other thing I need to show you. Look at these jump seats right here. Everything you can think of on this boat. Boom. Additional seating. There's another one over here. Additional seating. In fact, if you go back here, there's another one back here. A jump seat for additional seating. Need some water. It's warm out here today, my friends. Ice water, ice water. And I can't, if I turn this around and get some light on my face, I can't see. Here's what we're going to do. Again, if I can do this without going for a swim, let's go up in the shade so I can see what it is that you're asking me, and we can have a conversation. This is Verano from Bert Watson. Gotta put in a plug for my friends there as well. Now, there we go. And we'll turn it back. Okay, I will go back on the boat again in a minute, but now I can see your comments and we can have a conversation. Hello, Kevin, how are you? I see you're still out there after the coyotes. Yes, John, you can mount downriggers on the Angler Qwest. The binary wall system is a double wall system, and it's designed for downriggers. In fact, the Pro Trolls are wired for downriggers. The boat that I'm running back there, and we'll go back on it, is an 824 Pro Troll. Jeff, you're the first mate on the Real Heroes charter boat. In fact, right there is the Real Heroes. Right there is the Angler Qwest. Which brings up a good point. Let me ask you guys. I'm heading out tomorrow. I have not been on the water a lot this year. That's going to change. Where would your advice be for me tomorrow? Stuart wants to know what my top 3 trolling baits are and the colors for walleye. It's easy one, Stuart. My top 3 baits are spoons, flicker shads, and Hottentots. I used to run Hottentots exclusively, and I still run them a lot in shallow water. But the problem with Hottentots is they get a little bit, there we go. They get a little bit squirrely, right? If you've tried to run Hottentots, you know how tough it is. There. You know how tough it is to get them to run straight. Good afternoon, Ruben. How are you? But I do love Hottentots. I love Hottentots that rattle. I love baits that rattle. That's one of the reasons why I love the flicker shads so much. The flicker shads tend to run very well right out of the box, and they rattle. They come in some very nice colors, and they are fish catching magnets. I just started using the flicker shads last year. Fell in love with them. I think they might be my #1 go-to bait right now. So again, the questions, my favorite baits. My #1 bait's probably a flicker shad these days. And then tied for second would be a Hottentot or a spoon. If I'm out deep, I'm going to be running spoons and or flicker shads. You can run them both. Are the jump seats sound as it is? Well, I don't know why you'd want to jump overboard, Scott, but they're built very well, just like everything. 7 or 8 miles or so straight out of Linwood Beach by the gold nets. Always catch fish out there. Okay. What I will do tomorrow morning is I'll probably start shallow. I love shallow water, and I will be running a combination of Hottentots and flicker shads. Stu, you also asked me, old, not gold. You also asked me what colors. Purple. Gosh, I love purple. Chartreuse, orange, and silver. But purple, I'd say, has got to be my #1 go-to color out here. I absolutely love purple. Just a reminder, my friends, my name is Mike Avery. You can see it on the hat, although it's backwards. This is the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. If you are watching this page, got your sailboat, buoys, or the crib. So what are we talking? 15 to 20 feet of water, Jeff? A fan of the Husky Jerks with the color purple and reddish. It is a sweet boat, Stu. It is a very sweet boat. There we go. My camera just got brighter on my side. Did it on yours? I think it was getting too hot. Hello, Don. How are you? Again, my name is Mike Avery. This is the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. If you have not liked this page, please do so. Also, check me out on Twitter. You like blue and purple hot. Blue and purple is hot right now. It's good to know, Mike. Get info to use in Quebec. There ain't going to be no accident on this boat, Scott. 18 to 24. All right. Hello, Scott. How are you this evening? Nice to have you along with us. Can you show the mini boards again? Absolutely, Eric. I will do that. I will. 13 feet. Now we're getting closer to what I like, Jeff. Yeah, I'll show those mini boards again. I'm absolutely falling in love with those. But I wanted to get back up here in the shade so we could have a little conversation. Out there in the bright sunlight, I could not see your comments and your questions, and I wanted to interact with you here for a couple of minutes before we go back down on the Angler Qwest. By the way, I'm getting ready. #1, I'll be fishing tomorrow on the Angler Qwest. We're going to be out here with a buddy of mine, Tony. Sorry, Tony. Tony's not going. Tony can't make it. You're going to be sorry, Tony, because it's going to be a good day on the water. And then going to be you jig the river Monday. Lots of sheephead. Sheep that are fun to catch, though, aren't they, Kenny? Kenny Slavens of Jay's Sporting Goods, jaysportinggoods.com. And getting ready now to go on an Ontario black bear hunt in White River, Ontario with Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters. Taking my grandson Trent up there. That's going to be a lot of fun. But between now and then, as much as I can, I'm going to be on the water, on the Angler Quest. Saginaw Bay has been pretty good this spring, and with this weather we got right now, it should be setting up for a very good couple of days on the water. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. I'm going to take a walk back down here now on the Angler Quest. Hey, Brad, are you with us? Before I go down there, well, I can still see the comments. Brad Dupuis, are you with us this evening? Brad is the guy who designed the Angler Quest. He is the guy who ran the first Angler. Am I supporting it? Of course. If we can control cormorants, of course I am. Thank you for bringing it up, Don. I'm also in favor of the Senate bill that's going to put restrictions back on the commercial fishermen on Saginaw Bay. MUCC is working on that right now, and we need to do that. We need to put those regulations in effect where the commercial fishermen cannot take walleye. That's something to be very concerned about. Also, along that line, did you know in 2020, the negotiations with the tribes is coming back up? And that's going to be an issue that's going to get a lot of attention. You can count on that. One more time, Brad Dupuis, are you with us? He said he was going to join us tonight. He may have gotten sidetracked or may have forgotten. Brad is the guy who designed the Angler Quest, and he knows these boats inside and out. Although I have to say, I have spent a fair amount of time on it myself. Scott says if anybody else has a similar pontoon. Scott, why are you hung up on this whole accident thing? How much fuel does it hold? I think, let's see, I think it's a 24-gallon tank, or is it 32? I know they increased the size of them. So you can get some good range, especially with that Verado. It gets such good fuel economy. Even though it's a 200-horse outboard, I'm getting about 40 miles an hour out of this boat. One more time, calling Brad Dupuis. Brad, if you are here, I'd like to bring you on and ask you some questions about this boat. So Brad, one more call out for Brad Dupuis, and then we're going to walk back down on the Angler Quest. All right, the questions you guys had was you wanted to see the mini boards again. Absolutely, we can do that. What else do you want to see as I walk back down there into the bright sunlight when I lose my interaction with you guys and just won't be able to see it? We want to see the mini boards, and what else? The storage on the boat is phenomenal. Let me talk about the ride for a minute, and I'll do that as we're walking down here. So Brad, you missed your chance, buddy. The ride is surprisingly good. The tri-tune design, and I'll see if I can turn it around here. Maybe you can. This is not a pontoon. This is a tri-tune. And I don't know if you can see it. Where'd you go, my friends? There you are. It is a 3-tube design, and I can't tell if you can see that or not. But that third tube is what makes this thing extremely safe, extremely stable, and it handles water very well. Look at that boat. Does that not look like not only a fishing machine, but a family fun machine? My boat this year, the new design, actually takes, does the tri-tune handle better in the wind? I don't have anything to compare it to, Stu, but I can tell you it handles very well. The only thing missing is the outhouse. There is a privacy curtain in this. You can drop down and put a porta potty in there. This year, they extended the front wall out on the 2018 design, the Pro Troll design. And it's pushed almost up to the front. I don't need that room there anyway. You can get the boat with the front wall pushed back and fishing chairs right there if you need them. I opted for this model right here to give me additional room, and you can see again how much room is in here. I mean, I use this boat primarily for fishing, but also as a family fun boat, and we can put everybody on this boat. Look at the room that you have up there. Got to point out too the Trax Tech rocket launcher rod holders, very well made. And look at that. If you're a big water troller, doesn't that just get your heart excited? Doesn't that just make, oh, look at this color right here. Look at this color right here. This was the hot color the other day. This is, it's a custom design. Help me out, folks. You know who made this, but that color was very, very good. Listen to it. It rattles. I love flicker shads because they run very well and they rattle. Ooh, I'm gonna have to watch out for that tomorrow, big old log. looking at it from the back here, 200 horse Merc Verado. You can get it with just about any outboard you want. Looking at the cockpit of this boat. This is a 24-foot boat. It's 8 feet wide. I'll tell you what, when you look at the amount of fishing room in the back of that boat, I think you could have a 35-foot cruiser and not have a bigger cockpit than that. Look at the room that you have. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Just a beautiful, beautiful boat. Let me get on. I'm going to show you those boards again. And when I run boards, what I do, there are a lot of different ways to run them. I run them off here, okay? I run them off those rod holders right there, and I tilt them out. The top one, I keep at a higher level, and I put them down as we get closer to the water. That way, no, I'm not in Bulls Harbor. I'm on Saginaw Bay, Efren. That way, they tend to run very well, run very true. Again, that bait right there drives me crazy. I love it. Lure lipstick right there, the liquid version. And I showed you too, every time I put a bait out, I put this lure lipstick on it. It's a pheromone-based fish attractant. Let me talk about that. People will say, does lure lipstick really work? Well, I can tell you this. We know that pheromones attract fish. Lure lipstick is made from a pheromone. Can you prove that it works? I don't know if you can or not. But if I can get the advantage on my side, I'm going to use it. I guess I haven't used it enough to say if I can prove that it works, but I think it works and I have enough confidence in it, I'm going to continue to run it. It gives me more confidence, and if I can put one more fish in the boat, I'm going to do it. Look at that log back there. You know what's going to happen with that log? It is floating my direction. It's going to get hung up right behind my outboard. Just curious if Chuck Woolery is still making... What are you talking about, Scott? Okay, we're on here on the Angler Quest. Oh, you wanted to see the boards. The mini boards in particular. I am really on these things. Let me show you the other boards because they have the offshore logo on the side. This is the offshore OR38 mini board. Originally designed for Chuck Woolery making the holders. No, the holders are made by Trax Tech. Jeff, I can't think of Jeff's last name, but they're Trax Tech. Yeah, we all want an advantage. These offshore OR38 mini boards, they don't have the tattle flag like the big boards do, but because they're smaller, they go through the water very quiet. And if you get a fish, a small fish or a weed, they go through the water at about this angle right here. If you get a fish or something, they're going to start doing this. And instead of running here, they're going to run back. So you're going to know when you got a fish on. I really, really like these things. You want to get spoiled? Use a unit like that. Through that Lowrance HDS 12, I can run my bow mount motor. I can set up the trolling RPMs on my Verado. I could adjust them in 10-mile-an-hour increments. And look, if you look close, real close right there, you can see my trolling pattern from the other day, including a hump that I marked on the graph. This thing, well, this is the remote for the XI5. But down here, you've got a trim, an auto trim. You can turn that thing on, and it will automatically adjust the trim on your outboard to give you the best performance and the best fuel economy. What else can I show you? Beautiful, beautiful sound system, as I said. All this storage, and this thing right here. You see this? This little step right there that folds down? That is called the Tony step. It's named after a certain game warden named Tony, who is vertically challenged, and he could not. Does Chuck Woolery? I don't know if Chuck. You mean Chuck Woolery, the game show host? I don't know. I like the diamond plate around the bottom. Looks good, easy to clean up. The diamond plate is very strong, gives it a lot of strength, gives it a cool look, and it's tough as nails. Again, here's the binary wall system, including bird poop. The binary wall system with the Trax Tech rod holders. Needs a fridge. Well, we got coolers with ice. With this binary wall system, you can see you can put your rod holders on here. There's plenty of room for rod holders, and you can mount downriggers. One other thing I forgot to show you folks, Ledcor. This happens to be 2-color Ledcor. I like to use, you like that, Scott? I like to use Ledcor to get my spoons down, as well as the offshore tadpoles. The Ledcor gives you a very, very stealthy presentation. And Brad Dupuis and Jeff Godey are experts when it comes to Ledcor and spoons. Again, folks, my name is Mike Avery. This is the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. Please like this page, share the video, encourage your friends to join us, and as long as you're poking around online, check out Twitter. I'm at Avery Outdoors on Twitter. On Instagram, I'm at Mike Avery Outdoors, and on YouTube, I'm at Mike Avery Outdoors. And I might change the name of the Facebook page, Jeff Try Ledcor. You will love Ledcor. I was reluctant to try it at first because I was thinking of Ledcor as something only salmon anglers used. Well, the guys here on the bay started using Ledcor to get their spoons down, and it is deadly. On certain days, you cannot beat Ledcor. Sometimes it's 2-color lead, sometimes it's 3-color lead, and this year I'm going to experiment with 4-color lead as well. But something about Ledcor, you get the Ledcor behind you, and it's kind of waving through the water. Oh man, it puts action on those baits, and it is just deadly on certain days, and it's a lot of fun. It's yeah, on some days you just can't beat it. Just can't beat it. What else you want to talk about, folks? We got some more time here yet. We can wrap it up a little bit, or we don't have to. When we do wrap it up, I have a job ahead of me. I have to re-spool some of my reels. And the reason is, I was lazy. And I was, let's find one here. Okay. I was lazy. When I used to fish for salmon, I always re-spooled at the end, or at the beginning of every season. And because you needed to, because kings would just tear it apart. The walleye don't fight as hard, so you don't have to worry about it so much. So I tried to stretch it a little bit this year, and I didn't put new line on my reels when I should have. As a result, when I was out the other day, I lost a couple of lures because they broke off, and I broke off a planer board and had to go back and get it. Had I changed out my line when I should have, I wouldn't have had that problem. So I'm now in the process of changing out all of my rods that have mono on them. They're all going to have new 10-pound XT put on them. That's what I use. I like 10-pound XT. And the Ledcor, I'm pretty sure I can get by with my Ledcor for a little bit longer, although I will need to put 4-color on. You look at this boat. Look at the storage here, the drink holders, the storage in the sides, the fold-out storage, the dropped-out storage. I mean, this thing was designed by a fisherman, Brad Dupuis, for fishermen. You look like red LED lights. Yes, these are LED lights. They are. Let's see if I can. They are. Yes, they are. They're LED work lights. And yes, they are quite bright. I like the dash. Make sure I turn these off. And again, you might think that this right here is a chart holder, a chart tube. It's not. It is. It's a cigar tube. It's designed to hold cigars. When they first put it in the boat, they didn't know that. They didn't realize they were making it as a cigar tube, but they did. It's a cigar tube. And I'm surprised so far I have not dropped my phone in the water. It's making me pretty happy. The iPhone is waterproof, but I don't think I can find it in the bottom in 7 feet of water. What else did I want to talk about, folks? Oh, Memorial Day. This is Memorial Weekend. The Walleye for Warriors coming up June 16th and 17th at Linwood Beach. Come out and support our vets. Hey Scott, I appreciated the fishing info you gave me the other day. I'm heading out tomorrow morning. Do you have an updated report? Have you been out there since you talked about the info you gave me the other day? Yeah, I do appreciate it. There's all kinds of fish in here. You said a fish just jumped behind me. We've got carp in here, we've got pike in here, we got bass in here. And I heard a couple of guys were trolling in a 12-foot boat in here earlier this afternoon, just putting around the marina, and they had 4 walleye. How cool is that? It was a big fish. Was it a carp, do you think? Oh, you gotta love being on the water. This is Memorial Weekend coming up. It's a time when we want to get outdoors, we want to go fishing, we want to go boating, picnicking, go to the beach, and fire up the grill. I would just ask you that we remember the real reason for Memorial Day this weekend. Memorial Day used to be called Decoration Day, and it was started as a holiday to remember people who died. Hello, Brent, how are you? Is this getting you excited, Brent? It was started as a way to remember folks who died in the wars. And think about this, and it's kind of a cliche, right? The ultimate sacrifice. It sounds like a cliche, but doggone it, it's true. We can go out and enjoy our lifestyles, and we can go out this weekend and have fun because thousands of people, generations ahead of us, and even in today's modern times, went to some godforsaken part of the world. They went to a jungle or they went to a desert, and they didn't come home. And they didn't come home so we can have the freedom to come out here and live in a free country and have this wonderful lifestyle and go fishing on an angler quest or any boat that you have. So please, this weekend, as you're having all this fun and you're thinking about everything you want to do this weekend, I would just ask you to remember the reason behind Memorial Day for folks who didn't come home. I never served. I still feel guilty about it. Buddy, is that an angler quest? No, it's not. We're seeing more and more angler quests on Saginaw Bay and other places as well. Yeah, see, I can't read my comments over there. Interior lights. You talk about interior lights. You see, hello, Tom Harris, how are you? All right, there is accent lighting. You see the speaker right there. There are some very cool blue, and if it was darker, I'd show you, blue LEDs that are just accent lights that look very cool. There's also lighting here that puts light on the floor so you can see where you are. I forgot to show you this storage as well. This boat is full of so much storage. A big storage compartment here as well. You can also get this boat, and I don't have it this year, with a great big center tube storage area right here that you can put everything there. Anchors, skis, life jackets. Speaking of life jackets, did I show you this? I didn't. Another example of how cool this boat is designed. Now this is designed to put life jackets up here, okay? You can put 4 of them in here. I need to put 2 more in there. I've only got 2 in here right now. But to store your life jackets up here, out of the way, keep them dry, but give you easy access if, God forbid, you needed them. Trax Tech, the folks who make the rod holders for the Angler Quest. Oh, what else can I tell you? Do you see why I like this boat so much, though? Look at all the room we have on this boat. Look at all the room you have in the back, the fishing room in the back. Absolutely incredible. High pressure washdown. Oh. 2-color Ledcor. You see that spoon right there? That is one of my favorite spoons. I think that is a spoon that was custom made for Brad Dupuy and Angler Quest. I think that is the Angler Quest spoon. And it is one of the most productive spoons. Well, look at the color. Purple that I talked about earlier, orange that I talked about earlier. You can't go wrong. Something else I forgot to show you, and you may not have seen these yet. This is the offshore easy crankbait tuning tool. No more needle nose. You put this on a bait and you can adjust the crankbait. And you do it without bending the lure all to heck as you might with a pair of needle-lows. You got a new tune. How cool is that, Matt? And isn't it interesting that we're seeing more and more pontoons, especially the tri-tunes? They're really getting to be a big deal these days because people are finding out how versatile they are, how well they ride, how well they fish. All right, folks, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Again, my name is Mike Avery. This is the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. I would encourage you to like this page, share our videos. Look for me on Twitter, also on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Angler Qwest Pontoons is anglerquestpontoons.com. On Facebook, they are facebook.com/anglerquest. On Instagram, they are at AnglerQuest. I recorded a new Angler Qwest pontoon today with Brad Dupuis. It'll be online probably Friday, not tomorrow, because I'm going fishing tomorrow. If you want to learn more about offshore, offshoretackle.com. If you want to learn more about lure lipstick, lurelipstick.com. And what else? What else could I tell you? I appreciate you being along with us. Hey, please feel free to share this video. A lot of people are wondering about the Angler Qwest. Well, this is the Angler Qwest. This is the Angler Qwest. You hear me talk about it? You see my pictures about fishing on it? I gotta watch what I'm doing so I don't fall off the dock. Wouldn't that make for a very, very interesting Wednesday Night Live? That's one you wouldn't forget, isn't it? A Wednesday Night Live where Avery falls off the dock and goes for a swim. Live on Facebook. Okay, there we go. Okay, so listen, I appreciate you being along with me as I always do. Thank you, Deborah. Appreciate that. I will be on the Angler Qwest tomorrow, fishing here on Saginaw Bay. Brent, a buddy of mine, is going with me. He's pretty excited about it, and so am I. So now that we get done with this, like I said, I'm going to re-spool some reels so Brent, you and I don't break off tomorrow when we get a fish on, or we don't lose a planer board. Because even though I get a good price on them, I still don't want to lose them, all right? Have a good night, my friends. I appreciate you joining us. Again, if you're looking for hello, Ken, how are you? If you're looking for a big water trolling machine, check out the Michigan-made Angler Qwest, made by Apex Marine in St. Louis, Michigan. Great people, a great product, a wonderful. Do I want to go hunting in the UP Saturday, Josh? Josh, I would love to. Saturday, I will be moving my daughter, so we're going to be tied up Saturday. Sunday, I'll be in church, and Monday, I don't know what I'll be doing, but I know I won't be hunting in the UP, especially when I'm leaving for Ontario the Friday after that for a bear hunt. Okay? Wednesday Night Live, right here on the Outdoor Magazine Facebook page. My name is Mike Avery. That was the Angler Qwest, and I'm glad to have you along with us.